Hello everyone, it's been a long time since I made a video and that's entirely my fault. But I don't really remember the last time I made a video or what I talked about in it. So I'll just start off by saying that I'm in school again. I'm at CMU doing graduate work and finishing up some other stuff. I really like my graduate class. It's Bio 600. It's basically about how to design experiments and the correct ways to statistically analyze them, which is really kind of interesting because there's things that I thought that I knew that just in the first couple of days of class we've already proved that I didn't know. And at first it was very intimidating because we showed up for class and the professor was a few minutes late. I walked into the classroom and he goes, "Oh, I know everybody," and then he's standing right in front of me and he goes, "Except for you," and he points like directly in my face, and his finger's like a few inches from my face, and I was like, well, gee, being singled out in the first 10 seconds of the professor being there is pretty good, and so that was a little bit intimidating. But he the next day, the next class period, he was like, "Well, your name seems familiar," and I was like, well, yeah, I did have ecology with him, but that was a long time ago, and so he was like, "Well, I kind of don't know you," and he asked me a couple of questions, and I told him about I want to do marine biology and stuff, and about how I was hadn't yet been into the biology program, and so he told me that if I ever wanted to talk about grad school or biology or just kind of anything, to feel free to go talk to him. He's excited because I will probably end up taking his invertebrate class, the zooplankton, and so he was really excited about that. But it's weird being back in classes, having homework. I'm still working at the same place. So far they've been able to fit in most of my same thing around my school schedule. I only have classes Monday and Wednesday, so it's basically like I have class on the weekends and I can still work 5 days a week, even though they don't give me 5 days a week. But so I can still work. I'd like to get another job or a different job because I want to work more hours, and the last couple of days I've spent kind of catching up on stuff that's needed to be done around the house. I'm trying to make this real quick before Mike gets home because I should be doing other things. And I'm excited because I think I'm going to try to read this book again because Mike's in a class. He's in a class that I had, and so I was able to give him most of my old books from it, and I remember a lot of the stuff, but some things I don't really remember all that well. And it's kind of one of the higher English classes, even though it counts as kind of other things. And I recommended it to him because I found it very fascinating the way that you could take a story and kind of interpret it different ways. And when I took it, there was a lot of people that were English majors that were super excited about everything. And when it was the whole class was kind of structured to be like a book club. And they met once a week and talked about it, the stories and books for like 3 hours. And I thought it was very interesting to be able to be with people that were a lot more into it than I was and had better experience analyzing things, and so I learned a lot. And so I think Mike's a little worried about it, and so I would like to be able to read the books over again and be able to have intelligent discussions with him, because I have a smart boyfriend, and so I want to take advantage of that. What else has been going on? Not much. I had a good Christmas. I don't know if I talked about Christmas, but I got a lot of stuff that I really liked this year. Not that I'm materialistic or anything, but sometimes my mom tends to think that quantity instead of quality of gifts. And this year she kind of toned back a little bit, and she didn't get as much stuff. But what she did get was pretty much all useful, and a lot of stuff was like adult stuff, like shower curtains, and I can't even think what else. And these right here curtains Mike's mom got us. They've got the fancy top and stuff. It's kind of stretched thin because right on the edge, right here, it's like a double window, and when they added the front room onto our house, they like put one window was now into the room and then one window was outside, and so they just kind of blocked it off and made it into a shelf. But it's a really homemade looking shelf and it kind of looks tacky, and the shelf sags a little bit, and so I tried to use the curtain to block it off. But Mike got a lot of nice things. He got a shop vac, TV tables that we use a lot. They're very helpful because you can put your laptop on them and make a nice place to sit while you sit at the couch or chair, or well, basically that's it, couch or chair. If you sit on the floor, the TV table's not going to help because it'll be like this. But anyway, New Year's was fun. I extensively cleaned the house for New Year's, and we had some people over. Okay. I kind of got a little drunk and made a fool of myself in front of half of Mike's family. Well, half of Mike's cousins, or most of Mike's cousins, I guess. So that was fun. I kind of remember talking to my mom drunk at midnight-ish, but I kind of don't remember a lot of the night. Not good, but I was smart enough to stop drinking once I knew I was going to get to the point where I would get sick. I didn't get sick, and I wasn't hungover the next day, so I'm proud of myself. But I did drink really cheap vodka, and I got a really cool vodka glass set, which I think the pictures are in the computer. So, that isn't the computer that this is through, which is weird, because there's two computers in front of me, one behind me, there's one over there, and there's one in the other room, because we have 5 computers, because my old laptop, my new laptop, my desktop, Mike's desktop, and Mike's laptop. So, don't rob us, please. Anyway, what else? I'm taking a sign language class, which is interesting because it would be nice to be able, because Mike has deaf people in his family, and it would be nice to be able to briefly communicate with them, because in one semester I know I'm not going to get very far, but it would be nice to be able to kind of, hey, how are you, and general stuff like that. Without going into specifics about any one thing, because I can't pick what one thing I would go into specifics about since there's been so much since I last talked. So I think I'm starting new. Tomorrow I will talk about what happened. Well, I probably won't talk about tomorrow because I have class from noon until 9 o'clock-ish, with only 1 hour break between. So I probably won't talk much tomorrow. Maybe another video on Tuesday, because I'll have the night off and Mike has to work. Unless I nap, because I work on Wednesday morning. I work on Wednesday morning and then have class Wednesday afternoon until 4:45. And I was thinking about working out, so I don't know. I'll make another video sometime. We'll see. And I still need ideas for a Sims thing, because I'd still like to try to do that. It might take longer now that I have other stuff to do, but I think it would be fun. Anyway, I think that's it for now. Oh, and my haircut. I got that done yesterday. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go so that this can be edited and done for Mike to come. And then I will probably sit and watch Mike read. Anyway, everyone, goodbye.